Amid a record surge in cases, UK is witnessing a huge surge in hospitalizations. In the latest, the Boris Johnson government has now asked hospitals to identify sites for setting up about 4,000 emergency beds to deal with the wave. According to Britain's National Health Service, the new small-scale temporary hospitals, known as Nightingale facilities, with 100 beds each, will be set up at 8 hospitals across the country. The Health Service has also asked trusts to identify empty spaces for these facilities in places such as gyms and educational institutions. Britain currently has about 90,000 adult, acute and general beds, which are occupied by almost 90%, with hospitalizations rising by almost 70% in the Christmas week. On the other hand, England is experiencing a shortage in coronavirus self-test kits amid the massive surge in cases, and this has more people lining up for the PCR tests at various centres. UK reported a record rise of over 183,000 cases on Wednesday, fueling worries over the variant of high concern. And supply shortage of self-test kits during the holiday week has now exacerbated the situation.
The issue that we have at the moment is that people are going into pharmacies to collect the lateral flow tests for which they have generated a code online, and therefore they are unable to access those lateral flow tests because we simply don't have them. I think the message to the public really is that generating the code does not mean that we have one there sitting ready for you. It's just generating the data nationally so that we know who's collecting them, and it's really important that people, when they do collect them, put that data online as well, and let fill in that form to make sure we're aware of how many are getting negative and positive results.
In a bid to quell the explosion of cases which might push Britain's healthcare system to the brink of collapse, UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has urged his countrymen to go for the booster shot and also urged people to indulge in New Year celebrations in a careful and sensible way.
And I'm sorry to say this, but the overwhelming majority of people who are currently ending up in intensive care in our hospitals are people who are not boosted. I've talked to doctors who say the numbers are running up to 90% of people in intensive care who are not boosted. If you're not vaccinated, you're 8 times more likely to get into hospital altogether. So it's a great thing to do. It's very, very important. Get boosted for yourself and enjoy New Year sensibly and cautiously.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.